This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this, your December 29th news at noon. I am Joshua Van Sleckman. Thank you for joining us in our headlines this morning. Without proper depletion policy, oil-producing state could lose billions of dollars, and someone needs to defend Guyana's case before it's too late, according to TNT expert. Education Ministry paid $28 million for St. Rose's School Foundation, then abandoned it. TNT PM Keith Rowley to assume CARICOM chairmanship. Outgoing chair commends Guyanese for patience, maturity during elections. And free education at UG by end of 2024, President Ali anticipates. Meanwhile, police charge suspect for the murder of his wife and daughter. And the drunken salesman responsible for LBI accident. And surge in COVID-19 in January could be disastrous for health sector, according to emergency medicine specialists. Get the details of these stories and much more when the news returns.
This Christmas, Shake to Win just got bigger! Now when you purchase our new bigger Digital Prime bundle and Shake to Win, you can choose your prize and share it with someone you love. So, shake more and share more! Share more daily prizes and guaranteed wins every Saturday. You can win laptops, cash, smartphones, credit, data, and so much more. Shake more, share more. Activate a Digital Prime bundle in the My Digital app and Shake to Win this Christmas.
You don't have to be a fountain of knowledge to help children with their schoolwork while they're at home. But you do have to be caring, understanding, loving, and patient. It's an unsettling time for everyone, but children still need a safe and secure environment. So don't overwhelm them with endless news items or problems. Keep them gainfully occupied and amused, exercised and rested. Protect our children.
A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, and UNICEF.
And now for the news in details. Welcome, Joshua Van Sleckman here. When its discovery of over 9 billion barrels of oil equivalent resources in the Stabroek Block, ExxonMobil is hell-bent in turning these petroleum finds into billions of dollars for its stakeholders via a suite of development projects. In fact, the company hopes that to have as many as 5 oil extracting vessels operating offshore Guyana by 2026. In the eyes of Trinidad and Tobago's energy strategist Anthony Paul, this explosion of Guyana's development is not in the country's best interests. He was quick to highlight 2 examples to cement his argument. In one case, he showed how an oil-producing country was able to save significantly by having the right depletion guidelines in place, while another lost out substantially in the absence of proper rules. Paul stressed that a country essentially loses significantly without a proper depletion policy. Details from the Auditor General Report of 2019 shows that the Ministry of Education under the APNU AFC coalition had paid a consultancy firm $28 million for the design of the foundation for the $412 million St. Rose's High School, but later abandoned the design because it was quote-unquote inadequate. The AG's report recalled that on July 31, 2017, Empatab had awarded a consultancy contract for the design and supervision of the new St. Rose's High School in the sum of $28 million. It was indicated that the letter of acceptance was issued to the contractor on August 30, 2017, where the duration of the service was from August 30, 2017 to July 30, 2018 for the design phase, and the supervision was to commence immediately upon the signing of the contract for the construction works. Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is about to take over the chairmanship of CARICOM as the region grapples with the COVID-19 pandemic. His terms begin at the start of 2021. Rowley will be taken over from Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves. Gonsalves had taken up the post in the middle of 2020 from Barbados Prime Minister Maya Mottley. Mottley and Gonsalves played key roles in keeping the eyes on the region and the rest of the international community on Guyana during a period when the stability of the country's democracy was threatened. Even before he took over the regional chairmanship, Gonsalves had urged the then President David Granger, to concede his loss. President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali announced that his government is working to provide free education at the University of Guyana by the end of 2024. President Ali said that his government is working on creating a 21st century education system in the country. Despite the difficulties faced due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the president has prioritized education since entering office in August, according to a government release. You're listening to your main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM, the radio with a difference. More news after the break. Stay with us.
This is GHK Lal, inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues, immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Weak systems of governance and the absence of the rule of law both combine to form the perfect stage for corruption to flourish. As part of our anti-corruption fight at Kaieteur Radio, we invite you to join us every Tuesday evening from 7:30 p.m. as we embark on a most needed quest to remove the tentacles of corruption from our systems. See you then for our latest program called Governance, Corruption and Justice.
Thank you for joining us right here on Kaieteur Radio. This is your news at noon. The Director of Public Prosecution, Shalimir Ali Haq, has advised the Guyana Police Force to lay charges against the man accused of burning his wife and 2 daughters to death last December 12th. The victims of the tragic incident were identified as 48-year-old Carolina Kennedy, a housewife, and their 2 daughters, 5-year-old Mariana and 3-year-old Gabriella Kennedy. According to Regional Commander Dion Moore, the suspect is expected to be discharged from the Bartica Regional Hospital within a week. It is understood that the suspect is still hospitalized due to the injuries he sustained on the day of the incident, after he allegedly set the house on fire, killing his wife and daughters. A 47-year-old salesman who was driving under the influence of alcohol has been identified as the driver responsible for the accident at Le Bon Intention, East Coast, Demerara on Boxing Day. The driver, Silal Shannon, according to reports, caused the incident to occur at around 21 hours 15 at the Choke Rubis gas station. Based on information received, Shannon was proceeding east at a fast rate along the southern lane on the northern carriageway of the public road. The car reportedly lost control and veered off the left side of the road and collided with the right side of another motor car, which was parked on the northern parapet of the road. The motor car then hit a 40-year-old man who was sitting on the same parapet. This Christmas season, as far as possible, it will be wise to not let your guard down when it comes to COVID-19. This is a warning coming from emergency medicine specialist Dr. Zulfikar Box, who is hoping that persons will continue to take precautionary measures even as the diligent efforts are being made by the health sector to help COVID-19 numbers at a minimum. This, however, cannot be a reality. Dr. Box noted if many persons are refusing to adhere to simple safety measures, in fact, have even breathed a sign of relief with the arrival of the vaccine on the horizon. And in sticking with COVID, the Ministry of Health yesterday reported 5 new COVID-19 cases. This increased Guyana's COVID-19 case toll to 6,298. The total recoveries from the virus amount to 5,732. 7 persons are in the COVID-19 ICU, 8 in institutional isolation, 11 in institutional quarantine, and an additional 387 persons in home isolation. And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast for today, December 29th, 2020. Let's remind you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at a newsstand near you, or feel free to head across to our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. I am Joshua Van Sleckman on behalf of the news and technical team and the entire Kaieteur Radio family. We take this opportunity in wishing you and your family all the best for the new year.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands